I recently filmed a video about how it is that English became the global language of business that it is today, which I'll leave a link for in the description box below so you can watch later. And in that video, I say that we cannot really speak about the evolution of the English language without mentioning William Shakespeare, the English playwright and poet, and widely regarded as the best writer in the English language. So, to start with, here are a few facts about William Shakespeare. He was born in Stratford-upon-Avon in England in April 1564. The exact date is not known, but what we do know is that he was baptized on April 26th of that year. He died on April 23, 1616, also in Stratford-upon-Avon. This is an interesting fact because it goes to show that Shakespeare himself might not have been greatly into traveling, but his understanding of the human condition runs very deep indeed. So this idea that we don't need to travel all over the world, of course we can, and it brings great joy and pleasure to travel, but it's not necessary to do that to understand ourselves and others very deeply. Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway in 1582 and they had 3 children, Susanna and the twins Hamnet and Judith. He wrote at least 39 plays, including tragedies like Hamlet, Othello and King Lear, as well as comedies like Twelfth Night, As You Like It, and histories like Henry IV and Richard III. Shakespeare also wrote 154 sonnets, 2 long narrative poems, Venus and Adonis and The Rape of Lucrece, and various other poems. His influence extends beyond literature to film, music, art, and popular culture. As for language contributions, Shakespeare is credited with coining and popularizing numerous words and phrases, and some of them are still in use today. And so in this video, we're going to look at 8 Shakespearean sayings or expressions that are still very common today. Hello, or hello again, and welcome to the channel. This is Tanya Meyer, founder of Confident English Training, operating at the intersection between efficient language acquisition and use in real-life situations, the practice of awareness raising, and increased levels of happiness, joy, and well-being. What's not to love? Okay, the first Shakespearean saying that we still use today is to go on a wild goose chase. To go on a wild goose chase. Remember, it's 1 goose, 2 or more geese, because this is an irregular noun. And what it means is to go on a futile search or on a fruitless errand, a useless and often lengthy task whose execution is complex relative to the value of the outcome. The saying refers to a 16th century type of horse race where everyone had to try and follow the erratic course of a lead horse, just like wild geese follow their leader in formation. We can use this expression in sentences like, after searching for hours, it turned out that the keys had been in the kitchen all along, and I felt like I'd gone on a wild goose chase. The manager sent his team on a wild goose chase for the missing report, only to discover it on his own desk much later. Okay, the next Shakespearean saying is fair play. Fair play. And with this saying, there's an emphasis on fairness, equity, and ethics in one's actions and interactions with others. Fair play promotes a sense of sportsmanship, ensuring that all competitions, interactions, and negotiations are conducted with a spirit of honesty, respect, and consideration for all parties involved. We use the concept of fair play in sports, business negotiations, and everyday interactions, community and social contexts, and legal contexts as well. In business negotiations, we can say something like, the successful partnership was built on a foundation of transparency, trust, and fair play in all business dealings. Or, in the negotiations process, both parties agreed to abide by the principles of fair play to ensure a mutually beneficial agreement. Next, we have the expression good riddance, which expresses relief or satisfaction at the departure or removal of something or someone undesirable. It suggests that the removal of the person or the thing is a positive development, and the speaker is glad to be rid of it. Here are some examples where we can use good riddance. After years of enduring a toxic work environment, I finally quit my job. Good riddance. I broke up with my cheating ex-boyfriend last week. Good riddance to a dishonest relationship. In each of these examples, good riddance is expressing relief at having parted ways with someone or something that is unwanted or undesirable. It signifies a sense of liberation and a belief that the removal of that person or thing is for the better. Next, we have to vanish into thin air, and it means to disappear suddenly and completely without a trace. The phrase often implies some kind of mystery or an unexpected disappearance, as if the person or thing has just evaporated or dissolved without explanation. So we use this expression when someone or something has gone unaccountably and inexplicably missing. For example, we can say, I became distracted for a moment, and when I turned, he had vanished into thin air. The magician made the rabbit vanish into thin air, which left the audience in awe. The valuable artwork seemed to have vanished into thin air, and no one could determine its whereabouts. So we're talking about a sudden and unexplained disappearance, contributing to this sense of mystery and bewilderment, confusion. Okay, our next Shakespearean saying is, all that glitters isn't gold, which means that not everything that looks valuable, attractive, or promising is necessarily so. In other words, external glitter and shine does not necessarily guarantee the true worth and value of something. This saying can be applied to various aspects of our life, emphasizing the importance of looking deeply, going beyond surface level. And this is something that we focus on in my program, Confident English Training, which I'll leave a link for in the description box, and I invite you to explore. The saying invites us to conduct a more thorough evaluation or examination of whatever it is. It encourages people to be discerning and not to be easily swayed by appearances, because things that might seem valuable or desirable at first glance could turn out to be far less substantial upon closer inspection. This saying is used in Shakespeare's play The Merchant of Venice. Merchant means trader, a business person. And here's an example of how we'd use it today. Sarah was initially drawn to the flashy lifestyle of her new acquaintances, but soon realized that all that glitters isn't gold when she discovered the struggles and unhappiness hidden underneath the glamorous facade. Have you heard any of these Shakespearean sayings? Is there any that ties in or fits with a situation that you've experienced recently? Tell us about it in the comments. Number 6 is when we say, there's method in my madness. And it comes from one of Shakespeare's very famous plays, Hamlet. And we use it today to express that there is a purpose or a strategy behind seemingly irrational or confusing behavior. And we can use this expression in many contexts, like work presentations, artistic creations, creative cooking techniques, problem solving in business, and even teaching styles. The idea is that despite initial appearances of chaos or eccentricity, there is a deliberate and strategic purpose behind the actions and decisions being made. In a business context, we can say, while my colleagues were puzzled by my unconventional approach to the project, I assured them that there was method in my madness as I unveiled the innovative strategy that led to success. Number 7 is when we say that he or she or I, we wear our heart on our sleeve. To wear your heart on your sleeve, or to wear my heart on my sleeve. And it means to display our emotions openly, particularly feelings of love, affection, or vulnerability. When someone wears their heart on their sleeve, they don't conceal their emotions, but express them openly and transparently. So we use this saying in romantic relationships, or in situations where we want to express our emotions freely, in situations of vulnerability and honesty, or even when we're dealing with loss and want to be honest about our feelings. For example, we can say, after the loss of my pet, I wear my heart on my sleeve, openly grieving and not afraid to show my emotions with others. And number 8 is to say, the world is your oyster, which Shakespeare uses in a less known play called The Merry Wives of Windsor. And what it means is that you have the opportunity and freedom to do whatever you desire, and that the world is open for exploration and success. The phrase suggests that just like opening an oyster, you might find a pearl. You have the potential to discover valuable and rewarding experiences in life. An example sentence would be, with the inheritance that he received, John felt that the world was his oyster, and he could travel, start a business, or explore any passion he desired. Another example, upon retirement, Susan felt that the world was her oyster, and she began planning an around-the-world journey to explore different cultures and landscapes. So this expression, the world is your oyster, is used to express this sense of vast possibilities and opportunities awaiting people in various situations, emphasizing the potential for exploration, achievement, and fulfillment. So that's it. 8 Shakespearean expressions or sayings that we still use today, more than 400 years after they were created by William Shakespeare. Which one is your favorite and why? Comment. And if you're looking to become more rounded, more grounded, more confident and fluent in English by having lots of interesting topics to talk about, make sure that you check out the links in the description box about Confident English Training, how it works, apply for a call, and I'll speak with you soon. And you can also download my free 30-page guide, How to Revolutionize Your English, with audio, filled with ideas, tips, and strategies that you can put into practice straight away. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take very good care until then. Bye for now.